It's criminal here, back to another video. This one I'm gonna make it short. I have multiple things that I think need immediate changing in Mortal Kombat 1, like stuff that are honestly just ruining the game, at least for me right now. First of all, and that's one of the more prominent ones, Sarina is way too powerful, especially this move, like this one. Not only is it crazy good for combos, for some reason I really don't understand, it's also extremely plus on block because it's 4 hits and you can actually move much earlier. So it's very, very plus on block. And that is extremely annoying because regardless of what your opponent is doing, even if they throw it and you duck under it, you literally can't do anything. Like if I switch to smoke right now, I'll switch to smoke, I'll make myself control smoke. And I'll recall just Johnny calling Sarina. Look at this. Even if I start blocking it and duck under it, I can't attack him still. Even if I'm trying to, like, I can't do anything. An armor move would break because it's 4 attacks. I'm just stuck there and I have to block it, and it's more and more chip damage and more chip damage. And she is extremely good for combos as well. Now, I don't think Sarina as a cameo is too strong. I just think this move specifically is way too powerful. Like, the Kia's Blade, I think the thing that the changes should make is, if this thing whiffs, it doesn't return, like it's only 2 throws instead of 4, or just make it so on block you are not plus, because it's just stupid. A move that gives you so much shouldn't be also plus on block. Like, it gives you just everything you'd want. Like, why would you use another cameo? It really gives you everything. You don't need to use any other cameo. Now, next up, that's a character specific ones. I have 2. First of all, it's Johnny Cage. I think they overdid with his nerf. I don't think the Nut Punch nerf was necessary, to be honest. Seeing characters in this game after it launched and how powerful they are, I feel like taking Johnny's Nut Punch just makes them weaker. They shouldn't have taken the Nut Punch at all. It should be 1 bar, but should be limited to 1 time per combo if they want to balance it out. Like you can't loop it 3 times in 1 combo with the Kano cameo. That's a good way to balance it. But just making it 2 bars really ruin Johnny as the character, like, in my opinion at least. His reward for the combos in is very high right now, and there are other characters that's much more powerful mix, like Smoke for example, who gets much more damage as well. Now, next thing, of course, regarding Smoke, I think his damage should get nerfed. Smoke, I don't know who's the best character in the game just came out of course, but Smoke's damage is way too high. Like, look at this. If I do a basic BNB, like, just let me get my meter, just a normal combo from a 50-50 mixed up, this and this, complete 50-50, you can't react to that in the match. It's borderline impossible. Like, I start the combo from that, I go into this shit. Oh, sorry, I mistook my stuff. There we go. That is too much damage, honestly. Not only is that extremely simple for a combo, that is also not something a character like Smoke should have. Smoke has the best mix-up in the game from what I've seen so far. Like, his mix is absolutely stupid. Especially if you take cameos into the mix. Like, you do stuff like this. No, not this, sorry. You do stuff like this. Not this. What am I doing? I'm only good for one side, man. It's Smoke has insanely powerful mix-up. And he also has this ring which is plus, so it gives him even more offense. You know? This character has so many ways of opening you up, and he can go invisible. Like, he has so many ways to open you up. A character like this shouldn't get this much reward for attacking. Like, he's basically a 2-touch character. If you land a hit on you twice, you die. Like, really, even if I do a simple combo, like not even something advanced, let's say this one. I can go into invisibility from here and you see where I'm going with this. Like, a normal guy won't block that shit. Like, you see where I'm going, he does too much damage, man. As much as I love him, and they balanced him well by making it so he's one of the only characters, and not the only one, to not have an armored wake up in this game. He has no armor wake up at all. So that's something good about him. I'm fairly certain he has no armored wake up. Let me just check again. His armor. Oh, the smoke bomb has armor. Well, shit, I was wrong. He also has an armor move. No, then never mind. A needs a damage now for sure. If he also has an armor wake up, let me just check it for a second. Like, I make him sweep me. I'll have Johnny sweep. Not this. Just sweep regular and make it close. So he also has an armor wake up. Yeah. He needs a damage nerf, for sure, 1,000,000%. If he also has his armor wake up, he is way too powerful in my opinion. Really, as much as I love the character and I enjoy playing him, he still needs a damage buff. Nothing too substantial, not to take away from his combos, like leave the combos as they are right now, but just take away a bit of damage. Make the teleport scale more, so he doesn't get 50% combos easily. And then what I did now without even using a cameo. If I take a cameo into the equation, I can get 55% with smoke. 1,000,000%. So yeah, smoke, he needs a nerf. Now on the other hand, Cyrex needs an immediate buff. Cyrex, from what I see, is the weakest cameo in the game. And by far, I am not being even violated, by far. And that is for two main reasons. One reason mainly, like, actually 3 main, all of his moves sucks to be honest. Like the chopper, you can't combo after it and it scales horribly, so that's another thing. Like, it can be used in an anti-air, but why use it? Like, I mean, you have something like this for smoke, you do more damage, and you don't waste your cameo, you can still break it. And even if you do this, you can't combo after it, like... Like, you can only combo after it if it's the first hit, from what I saw. Like, let me try a bit. As you can see, the timing is very, very strict. I think first of all they should lose the timing for the combo conversion after that. Like, make it like Sarina's blades. Like, this thing needs to give you more combo potentially. It basically gives you nothing. And it makes the combo scale really badly, so that it shouldn't be that hard to connect combos with it. Next up is net. It's way too slow. There is no way of fitting that thing in a combo. I've tried multiple times. Even after something like this that has a shit on a frame advantage, like this move, it still doesn't combo. It's borderline impossible to get that. I'm not joking. Like, even with Tanya, who can launch you to the sky, it's still impossible to get that. It should be much faster, but it should hold you for a little less time. Like, if you get it, it holds you for eternity, yes. Of course, but that thing is way too slow. Man, it's way too slow. And finally, his bombs. They should have definitely been unblockable. I don't understand why they are made in this game. Like, you can get hit by it yourself. If you don't do the setup perfectly, you get hit by the bomb as well, so it should be rewarding. And not to mention, you can just get away by using an armored attack, because it's one hit. You do an armor and you're just away from this. Like, just for example, now I'll make a... Oh no, sorry, I need to make it so I control player 1 again. There we go. Now, not this one, this one. Like, look at this. No, not this. You see, I can just armor through it. Like, I mean, to be honest, it feels like he's useless. There is no use for Cyrex, and that's really sad, because I really love Cyrex, and I feel like his net could have been amazing. And you have a cameo like Darius, who has his kick that basically guarantees resets, pretty much. And Darius is very, very balanced. It's not broken like Sarina, because Sarina is not broken. Just one move over is way too powerful. Like, and it's so powerful, it's actually unbelievable. But with Cyrex specifically, it just feels way too weak. Like, it's practically useless, to be honest. Like, there is no use for Cyrex. Why would you pick him and not someone like Sarina or Sub-Zero, who is again another very powerful cameo? But he is okay as he is. So yeah, so far just Johnny Cage needs his old nut punch back. This taking 2 bars really killed the character in my opinion. I don't see Johnny almost at all now. And I honestly understand why. It's not very useful now. Like, you have characters that do as much damage as he does with the hype meter, even on their baseline, like... And getting the hype as well is very difficult. So without hype, he needs to have some sort of combo potential. But that just killed him, and I don't understand why it takes 2 bars. Like, other moves that take 2 bars are absolutely broken, like Havoc's guaranteed reset tool. He has a move where if you amplify it, it takes 2 bars, but you get a guaranteed reset from it. Johnny just... I don't understand why make this 2 bars. If you want to just weaken the character, lower his damage. I mean, really, just lower his damage, because with Hype Meter he still does a ton of damage. I won't hide that. He does a lot of damage when he's in hype. That's true, that's for sure. But Johnny is not feeling good now, honestly. I don't think the character is weak. I just think that change was unnecessary. Honestly. That's my main critique about him. Now, another thing, that's not even gameplay related. The matchmaking, specifically, you can't actually leave the match after you find an opponent. It's not possible right now. And why is that troublesome? Because it shows you if the opponent is using a LAN cable or Wi-Fi. If they're using Wi-Fi, there is a risk that the match will be extremely laggy. So they should give you the opportunity to leave after seeing if your opponent is using LAN cable, if he has a wired connection, or is using normal Wi-Fi. And what more did I want to do? I want one more thing to cover. Yes. And finally, just one more final thing. Whatchamacallit? God damn, what do you want to call it? Yeah, I remembered. Did I? Yes, I remember. In online, in ranked matches, they should give you the option to switch characters after you lose the match, not only switch your cameo. The main reason for that is because in this game specifically, and in every other fighting game, there is something called matchups. Basically, how good is a character against a different one? Like, let's say someone like Shang Tsung against General Shao or something like that. I don't know. I don't know who is a terrible matchup right now. Like, maybe... General Shao against a very powerful zoner, let's say Rain, if that's the case, and I pick General Shao before knowing my opponent is using Rain, and the matchup is like 9-1 for the Rain player most of the time, I should be given the opportunity to switch a character into a character that will give me an advantage. And he should be able to do the same if he loses. Making you locked into one character just really dampens your chances of winning if you're unlucky enough to fight a player who's using a character that is a perfect counter to the character you are using. So yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to mention these things. These things really need to change in my opinion, like ASAP, all of the things I mentioned. Some are more minor, of course, but Cyrex buffs are essential right now. Sarina nerfs. Sarina is literally the only cameo you see. I haven't seen one person not using Sarina. Everybody is only using Sarina or Sub-Zero. There is no in between. Because these two are the only ones that feel actually powerful right now, because Sarina is the standard. And Sub-Zero is around the same level, but he is not as broken. And yeah, Johnny Cage, I feel like they need to return his old nut punch back. I really don't understand why they made that change. I thought he had like crazy high damage compared to other characters, but seeing characters like Smoke, Sub-Zero, even General Shao can get like 45% for 1 bar. Like, Johnny shouldn't be forced to use 2 bars to get the same amount of damage as the rest of the roster. So yeah, that's really something I dislike. So Johnny needs to get his nut punch back, his old one. Smoke needs damage nerfs, as I mentioned. A very stupidly powerful mix-up character, and he does too much damage right now. And the matchmaking, just make it possible to leave after seeing if your opponent is using a wired or Wi-Fi connection. Because to be honest, if I'm using wired, I don't want to fight Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is just a risk of lag. I don't wanna risk it, especially not in Combat League. I don't wanna lose. And the one final thing, it was make it possible to switch characters in online matches. So this are my 6 critiques right now. I really hope to see this change. There was a patch today, I believe, and I don't think any of this changed. Well, I mean, I don't think any of these didn't change. All of these are the same. I don't know what the patch was, but it wasn't anything substantial. Of course, because the game just came out, but in the next big balance change, I hope to see these things I just mentioned. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.